Alright, so I thought I'd shoot this video. I wasn't gonna really shoot a video on a toolbox, but I figured it'd be a kind of the up and down today regarding this particular buy. So I bought this on the Sunday after Black Friday in 2019. Apologize for being a little bit plugged up. I'm just getting over a cold. Today's been the first day I've actually felt like doing much, and I go back to work a little bit tomorrow. So I bought this toolbox on, like I said, the Sunday after Black Friday. I've been looking at a toolbox. You're going to see with a messy shop here. And I've had that toolbox since about 2014, maybe 20, I think it was 2014 or 2015. And I bought that when Sears was still in business. I bought that for about 60% off, so about 400 bucks. And I've had a good toolbox. That's when I saw it in an apartment, and I didn't have, well, all the stuff that you see around me here. And so I've really outgrown the toolbox. So I bought this toolbox. Now I was looking at Milwaukee, and I was looking about being about $1,200 into that. My brother-in-law that worked for Snap-on said, "Why don't you get a Snap-on box off Facebook Marketplace?" And I wasn't too keen on that. So the story with this toolbox, as you can see, is it's got a giant dent in it, and I bought it like that. So originally, and you can see I got some receipts in my hand. Let's see if we can get those out of my hand so we can open that up. So you can see that originally on that Sunday they were selling these boxes for $698 and plus tax. Now, normally I go to Lowe's, and half the reason I shop at Lowe's is I get a 10% off military discount every day, which is a pretty good deal. So now my wife saw this box and she liked it, and when I broke it out for the cost per cubic inch, let's see, 39,000 cubic inch storage, it was the cheapest box. And when I would say cheapest, I say best value. So they had the more Craftsman, and they were a decent deal. But when I started crunching numbers, this was the best value for the money. And now it's even sweeter, and I'll tell you why. So usually, toolboxes, it's going to get used. My Craftsman box has a screwed up drawer slide in it. It's moved with me 2 different times. It's been under the house when we cleaned out the house. It's been all around. Toolboxes are going to get used. And I don't expect it to stay perfect. I don't go on my way to beat the things up, but at the same time, I expect that, it's going to see some wear and tear. So, having seen that dent, which is obviously as you can see from the inside, that's all kind of superficial. It's on the top of it. They gave me a percent off, because when I originally bought this box, my wife liked the white one. When I went up to the cashier, they said, "Well, all the white ones are damaged." I'm thinking, well, how the hell are you going to sell me a damaged toolbox for $700? So we worked out a deal. So you can see that, let's see, now you can see a discount off the first line item for some new 75-watt halogen light bulbs. And then you can see that this $698 toolbox they sold me for $618. So that's about a $80 discount. Is that right? Yeah, $80 off. So I forget what that percentage was. It's over 10%. So it'd be about maybe 11, 12%. That's the most they could go. And I was fine with that. I felt like, being Black Friday, that, I've been waiting to buy another toolbox. So I said, okay, well, let's go ahead and do that. Well, the wife's heading down to Portland by train, and I had to pick up. I got another video I'm going to do after this on some vapor light fixtures and bulbs. But so I headed up to Lowe's because I needed to exchange a light bulb. And I was walking through there, and I said, I wonder if they still have any toolbox going on. Well, lo and behold, they were selling a white Cobalt toolbox, 41-inch, for $498. And I went up to the cashier and I said, well, I said, well, what's the deal? I bought this toolbox for $698 on the Black Friday weekend. Now you're selling it for $498. So they said, well, you need to go back and you need to have the receipt. So I ran home here, and I got my receipt, and I went back up there, and I went back to the customer service, and I asked them about it. He said, well, let's see. So they pulled it up. So here I'm going to show you the corrected receipt. So, so you can see, we can't see, but under adjustment it says, Cobalt 41-inch, white, black. I don't know what that CM or CH stands for. $440.92. So what they did was they discounted so they took the same discount I got off the 10 or 11%, and they took that off that $499. So I got essentially $190, or what did that say, $194 back After tax. I guess we're with tax, or I guess after tax, because the original the discounted value, then the tax that was off that discounted value. So that's how much I got back. So my $698 toolbox, my $618 toolbox ended up costing me $440. So now, I really thought that Cobalt, or not Cobalt, but Lowe's was really going to fight me on this. I figured they weren't going to do it. But there again, that's one more reason why I go back to Lowe's, is that generally they are reasonable when it comes to adjustments, and I can tell you horror stories about Home Depot. But anyway, so let's go over this toolbox. Now, one of the things I didn't like is, it's got these split drawers on top. It's got bigger drawers on the bottom. I haven't even started putting this stuff away in it. But one of the concerns I have with the shallower drawers is I have wrenches going up to about 2.5 inch for various things. And so the nice thing I think about the flat doors will be that I'm going to be able to get all the combination wrenches in there up to 2.5 inch, and I can't do that currently in that Craftsman box. And it's got the smart key, which I might put Schlage cylinders in it. I don't know. But one thing that's going to be kind of interesting, I haven't figured this out yet. See if I can actually get this. So this is a socket. This is a wheel bearing socket. I think this was a 2 9/16 for the 69 F250, the Dana 60. And you can see, even if I put that on there, it's not going to go in. Turn on the side, still not going to go in. So sockets are going to be kind of interesting. This is a small wheel bearing socket compared to the one for the 59 Ford dump truck. So I'm not exactly sure how sockets are going to work yet. That one actually goes in there like that. Obviously I got to do a little housekeeping here because this thing's all wadded up. And then I've got like that's a 3/4 inch jet socket set with breaker bar. The other concern too is not all my sockets are like it's on these Walmart socket organizers. The other concern too is that going to fit in there? So that was my only concern with the depth of some of these drawers was, is that going to be useful for getting tools in there? And I think these will be good for, I don't know, soldering irons and, minimal parts storage. I don't really care so much about the USB and outlets. It's more about the overall load capacity of the toolbox. And it'd be nice to have things in one place. So far, I've got stuff scattered between 2 different toolboxes. My loft up in our shop, in the shop here I'm standing in, the shop I'm standing in, and realistically, this would basically be, service cart for all the equipment for the business as well. So, anyway, I wasn't going to shoot a video on this, but considering that, from when I bought this to now, I kind of share that, I feel like everything said and done, that was a decent value at the end of the day. So, that's all I got.